Hey everybody, and welcome back to the last Jake builds of Gundam the Witch from Mercury. Gotcha. Anyway, this time we're with the last kit that come out of the, well, I guess you could say the first two seasons of Gundam the Witch from Mercury. The Gundam Calibarn, which apparently has some kind of, like, I was going to say Shakespeare, I think, but like Shakespearean origin. I don't know. I don't know anything about Shakespeare. But anyway, this kid looks fucking dope. I'm going to point that out right here. I didn't really go over how much I like the short set. It was freaking awesome, and I think I'm going to like the Calibarn even more. And I have one last thing. If you thought this, and if the Shorzette reminded you of the Bi Gundam with its color scheme, this is the Gay Pride Gundam, because it is rainbow to the max, and some of its, like, score systems, or the gun bit system and stuff like that. This looks dope. And, yeah, I'm gonna get into it before I, like, lose my sanity here. On the side of the box, we have the Gundam Calibarn, and all of its glory with its great big broomstick rifle. The bits that it comes with actually assembles a shield, which is pretty cool. It even comes with more pre-molded parts, or pre-painted parts. My light's a little off here. Hold up. There we go. Pre-molded parts, or pre-painted parts. We haven't seen that since the aerial rebuild. So, yeah. It's pretty cool. And of course, over here, you can buy these little stands right here separately for the gun bits right there. Or gun staves, sorry. No, it's gun bits. They say gun bits right here. Huh. Wowzers. Anyway, that's one side of the box. The other side of the box, we have the Calibarn unpainted with a blurb about Suletta again. So, I don't know. Has it changed from the aerial rebuild, I wonder? I'm not sure. Anyway, let's go and read it out here. A second-year student in the piloting department of the Astricius School of Technology, who transferred from Mercury. Having earned the title of Holder from winning duels, she leads a fulfilling life at school while also working as an employee of Gundam Inc., all the while growing closer to Morian and friends from school. Aww. Hopefully they get, and hopefully Bandai doesn't go and ruin their relationship or something by saying it's being left to interpretation. Anyway, that's the box. Throw that to the side. First up, we're going to look at the runners, and then we're going to look at the instruction manual, and then we're going to get building. So, first things first, we have Runner A, our multicolored runner. Whoops, flipped over here. Our multicolored runner, we have the red for the feet and some of the face, the gray. And I also took the liberty of applying some of these stickers already. So these are for inside the broomstick cannon. I did that before I started the video, just because I didn't want to spend like a good 15 minutes trying to get these on while recording. So I just went ahead and put them on ahead of time. It's not a big deal. Nothing else to say here. Yellow, red, gray, some green for the eyes. So, cool. And then, of course, onto our B runner, which is more of that gray inner frame. We have some parts of the chest, the head, legs, that kind of stuff. Like I said, inner frame parts. Pretty cool. Moving on to our C runner. I already applied some of the stickers here, too. This is the camera for the gun bits. Pretty cool. Predominantly white, as this kit is, besides the yellow and the red. This kit is predominantly white. Where I would complain about that, I say better than the blue of the Gundam Aerial rebuild. Just saying. Anyway, more of that white, more of the broomstick giant beam rifle. Again, moving on to D1, more of that white. Nothing really to talk home about. This kit's predominantly white. There isn't much else to say. I mean, how much can you say about the different shades of white? Again, Runner D2, more white. Who'da thunk? Finally, onto our clear parts. Well, not finally. We still have a couple more runners after this. Clear parts. These dark, smoky, and gray parts that we've seen before from other kits, such as the Lufrith, the Lufrith Thorn, the Shorzette, you name it, you've seen these great parts before, including the Gunvolva. Yeah, not much to write home about. Of course, you have the non-pre-painted V-fin and non-pre-painted chest plate. So, yeah, not much else to write home about that. We do have a few more runners. We have our beam sabers in that blue-ish color. Of course, these are the flat blade style that we saw in the Gunvolva. We have one of Bandai's super simple stands, which I will not be using this. I will be using the simple stands that I've been using for my videos, so don't expect this to get built. I may use this for another Gundam. Not sure. Anyway, throw it off to the side here. Finally, onto our pre-painted parts. Now, these are dope as fuck. I really love the Calibarn, and the colored V-fin is just hitting me at home. It's really, really cool, and I really do love the shell unit on the chest as well. It's just, it screams cool. I love it. I love also the rainbow effect. I don't know if you can see it all that well, but it really does glisten with my light. That's pretty cool. To the side here, onto our stickers, which, of course, yes, as you've seen before, I've already used a couple of them, so I didn't have to spend, like, 30 minutes trying to put stickers on and stuff. Of course, we have the stuff for the chest, the head camera, arms. These are for the end of the gun bits, which I'm not going to use these white bits, because we saw this with the aerial rebuild. Trying to think of what else. No, mainly just the aerial rebuild. We saw these little white pieces for the end of the gun bits. We're not using those because fuck that. These are color correcting stickers. Of course, we have two separate sets of eyes, which is strange. I guess this has something to do when it turns into, like, its Uber mode or something like that towards the end, because in the beginning, it's all blue in the first of the fight, and then when it hits, or I think it's red, and then it's blue, and then it turns into its sort of like rainbow effect when it takes control of the Pharact and stuff like that. Cool. Yeah, throw that off to the side there. Finally, on to the instruction manual. Of course, we have the Calibarn in its full glory without the background, of course. And down here it has a blurb about the mobile suit. The Vanadis Institute developed countless prototype units in addition to Lufrith before the establishment of the gun format technology. Of these units, the Calibarn took the most strikingly different direction from that of the Lufrith. Unlike the Lufrith, which could be operated with minimal impact on the human body with a certain permit score, Calibarn prioritizes mobile suit performance to seek the utmost limits of Gundam capabilities, and adapted extreme measures that did not guarantee the pirate's life protection at all. After losing to Lufrith, the development After losing to Lufrith in the development competition, it is said that all records of Calibarn were destroyed, and it was made off-limits and sealed away. Although it aimed to become the mainstream of gun arms, the Calibarn could very well have been considered the most cursed of all Gundams from the public sentiments. That was a fucking mouthful. And of course, more blurbs about Suletta Mercury down here, which we've already read. Now, on the inside, we have our parts list. We have some of the development for the shield, or not development, some of the build for the shield and stuff like that. Going over here, we have, should put that so it doesn't become so unwieldy. Put that right there. We have the head assembly, chest assembly, the arm assembly now in color, which is pretty cool. And then some of the foot assembly right here for the legs. Going on to the other side, we have, I freaking just bumped the shit out of my camera, our right leg assembly, left leg assembly, our crotch assembly, which is pretty cool, and then of course attaching the Calibarn to the legs, backpack assembly, very cool, and then more of the weapon assembly, which is the beam sabers and the cool shield and gun bits. I think my favorite thing out of this is actually the giant broomstick cannon, which perhaps maybe is my favorite touch to this kit. Honestly, I love it. I'm sure the build is going to be even more excellent if it's anything like the Lufrith aerial rebuild. It's going to be pretty damn dope. So let's go ahead and get started.